Hello and welcome to my reaction to the newest episode of the Movie Trivia Schmodown. This week we got the #1 contender match between Ethan Erwin and Mark Andreyko. I'm super excited. Let's just jump into it. Yeah, I'm very excited for this match. You know, both of these gentlemen have been in a part of some of the greatest Schmodown matches of all time. Erwin was a part of that Erwin-Harris match, which he won. Super great match. And Andreyko, obviously, Bibiani versus Andreyko, one of the best matches between two debuting players. Actually, the best match between two debuting players I've ever seen. And you've got also Andreyko being part of that XX5XX, that the free-for-all, that was amazing.
Corruption with a capital K. But Sam Levine caused way more chaos. Zaniness with a capital S. Sam and I sat down and we talked for a bit, and Sam made the decision that he was stepping away from the game. Obviously, he was going to be around to help out. He dropped both belts. He's no longer the singles champion. He's no longer the team champion. And that put the singles championship up for grabs because Bibiani was supposed to challenge Sam. But when Sam left, that left Bibiani without anyone to challenge. We knew Erwin and Andreyko would be playing for a contender spot. But now they have someone to play. They're going to be playing Bibiani. Either way, can you imagine Ethan Erwin versus Bibiani, to where you had the free-for-all battle between these two? Take that aside, Mark Andreyko and Bibiani had arguably the best match in Schmodown history in their debut. Bibiani broke the record. Got a near perfect round. We got a perfect round, just one multiple choice. But and Andreyko was on fire. Any one of those matches for the title would be crazy. Yeah, look, we're spoiled.
I really want to see Bibiani versus Andreyko too. That'd be great, but I think Ethan Erwin's going to take it.
Because we have Bibiani going up against one of these two, and you look at a guy like Ethan Erwin, he's the real wild card to me between him and Andreyko. We know what Andreyko brings to the table, but a lot like Mark Andreyko, who started off so red hot in this league when he first came out of the gate, then he had some stumbles. Ethan Erwin, we're still waiting to see if he is truly a cyborg of movie trivia, or he has some cinematic lapses yet to be discovered. Will Fisher appear today.
That's a great point, though, because Mark Andreyko at this point is a veteran of the league. He debuted in 2016. Ethan is in his 4th match, but he's fresh to the league. He's a superstar already. The fans love him. The competitors are scared of him. I mean, he's 3-0. He has had amazing matches. He started off beating Yolanda Machado, and then his second match was a masterpiece in his win against the Professor Lon Harris. What a match that was. And then he took out the Godfather, Sam Levine's former partner, and then now here he is, Mark Andreyko. This is a big test for Ethan because Mark Andreyko is that good, but the question, like you said, is Ethan the real deal? We find out today in this #1 contender match against Mark Andreyko, who is a solid competitor.
So many questions. Did Andreyko shower before the match? Will Ethan Erwin be sporting his trademark producerial blue button-down shirt? Is anybody going to make guacamole out of these avocados on my shirt, Christian? So many questions. We answered some of them with the pre-interview. Check them out right now.
This has been a fantastic year for the Fife Club. We had both Rachel and Clark in #1 contender matches. Both of them had a shot at the belt. I've had 2 competitors have a crack at getting that championship, and frankly, 3rd time's the charm.
So this is a #1 contender match. It's myself against Mark the Android Andreyko. And look, by the way, I was going to put it out there. I like Andreyko, okay? I've hired the guy to write for me in the past. I think he's great. I think he's very smart. He knows his stuff, but guess what? I know a lot.
He's a great player, but I think Erwin's going to win
good player. He's like the shark in Jaws. Just he has one purpose, and that is to destroy and rend and tear. So, you know, I hope, part of me hopes I destroy him, channel my inner Andrew Guy versus Merle, or I just don't lose by too much. So, yeah, there's no pressure from the preamble she just gave me.
I have come in here and single-handedly, just from the beginning of this year, torn through this league. And now I'm going to take him down, and after that, Bibiani. And guess what? Then the title's mine. And that's, I think, what we've all been talking about this whole time. Sam Levine even told me that one of the reasons he quit was because he knew he'd have to face me.
knowledge isn't everything in this league. There's a lot of,
Okay.
it's a lot of personality game. There's a lot of psychological
Erwin and
warfare
Andreyko, I
that
think
goes
Erwin
on.
has the best
There's
chance of
lots
beating
of,
Bibiani.
feuding and that sort of thing. There's a lot of psyching out, and thus far he's been very focused and very internalized. So we'll see if the knowledge can get him through all the way, because you got to get a thick skin in this, because we all want the belts.
Look, I know that there are people who think that I don't have enough personality and that I don't have enough character. I'm not a face. I'm not a heel. That's nonsense. I have tons of personality, but it doesn't matter for this game. There's only one thing that matters, and that is what's in here.
Ethan, you are a very worthy competitor. I am a little nervous, a little humbled before you, but the fate of the wheel, there are some categories I know that you don't, so it's up to the gods to decide.
Andreyko, I'm going to annihilate you. I feel bad about it, I guess, a little bit, because we've worked together and I respect you, but you're going down. There's going to be nothing left but just a pile of android parts on the ground. And I'm sorry to have to do this to you, but it's what's going to happen, and you guys are going to watch it.
Yeah, this is going to be a good match.
I like the arrogance by Ethan Erwin.
Yeah, I think Erwin's starting to get a little bit more of a character.
Saying, I am the best in the league. He even went as much to say that Sam Levine retired because he didn't have to face him. I like the
getting a little cocky,
Ethan Erwin, but I also like Mark Andreyko, where how much he wants to play Bibiani again. He wants that match. He says he knows he can beat Bibiani, and
I don't know. I don't see Andreyko being the champion.
To be a classic.
Well, as we've seen recently in the Schmoedown, things don't always go the way you think they're going to. The odds are never quite in your favor. Ethan Erwin right now, he's kind of like Ivan Drago, but we all know what happened to Ivan Drago. He was on the second Death Star when it blew up. Christian, what are each one of these competitors good at?
Well, they both have similar strengths. You have Mark Andreyko, comic book movies, musicals, and thinking his competitors are valets. If you saw that in that last collision, you'll know what I'm talking about.
Throwing his keys to a lot of people. Christian wrote a joke about farting in the car and leaving it for the valet. Very funny piece of material.
I appreciate it. And then you got Ethan Erwin. Ethan Erwin, whose strengths are Arnie and Sly movies. You've got action adventure. You have Oscar movies. And being pissed off when someone calls him a valet.
Will anybody know if Arnie and Sly were ever in a musical? We're about to find out. Christian, I am mentally prepared. Are you physically?
I don't think so.
Oh my God, it's fantastic.
Oh, there it is. We're all begging for that one.
All right, here we go. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the Movie Trivia Schmoedown.
Good crowd. Good turnout today.
3 rounds
Yeah.
in a #1
Pretty sure Arnie and
contender
Sly
match.
never.
Introducing first.
It'd be funny though, I'd like that.
The Fife Club
Be the musical that no one would ever want to listen to.
of 4 wins, 2 defeats. He is the #3 ranked contender, Mark the Android.
Alright, here's Mark Andreyko. Is he gonna do a big entrance or just come out normally? I'd come out with the Fife Club.
Stacey Howard and the Machine earning a spot here today. And his opponent, with a record,
You know, if Andreyko
3 wins,
hypothetically does get the belt, he could end up potentially facing another Fife Club member for the belt, which would be crazy.
That's got to bode well for him early in the match.
Well, I mean, that's the song he's been coming out to. It's been good for him since his first match.
That's a good song.
He stared down the Android. It's no entourage, and it's the wonderful Fife Club there with the Android. All right, Mark, how does round #1 work?
I will read the rules while Christian stares dead-eyed into the camera for 45 seconds.
Not going to do that today. What was that?
In round #1.
Where was I?
The field is going to hear 8 questions from 8 different corners of the movie Trivia Galaxy. Each question is worth 1.
So I think that Ethan Erwin's going to take this.
As soon as we
I'm
ask
pretty
you the
sure
question
Ethan
up here
Erwin's
at
going to
answer
be
desk, please write down
the
your
one
best
to win.
attempt
I think
at
Andreyko,
the
it's going to be a
correct
good fight.
answer on the
It's going to be a good
whiteboard
fight.
with
But
the
when it
mark
all
of
comes
your
down to it, I
code
think
provided for
Ethan
you,
Erwin
free
is
of
going to be the facing Bibiani at the championship. As far as, you know, who wins that one, I don't know. Erwin versus Bibiani, that'll be a great championship match.
If you don't like the way a question was ruled, use your challenge, but use it wisely. Back to you, Christian George. Wake up.
I'm there. I'm there. All right, here we go. So, Ethan, are you ready to go?
Always be closing.
And Mark, you ready to go?
Let's get it over with.
Let's get ready to Schmodown.
There we go. All right, question number 1 in the realm of action-adventure. Let's start it off with who plays Alan Grant in Jurassic Park?
All right, we're just out here throwing the frisbee around early in the
Right?
match.
Give him something to do.
It's a pretty easy one.
Make sure your markers work.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, what is his name?
Oh,
5.
Oh, boy.
4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down.
Sam
Pen down,
Neill.
please. And Ethan.
Sam Neill.
Correct, Mark.
I completely blanked.
Didn't have it. Wow. All right.
What?
There you go. So, all right.
We give Andreyko.
My car is running.
How does Andreyko not know
You
that?
got an Uber. It's outside. It's waiting for you.
Your next question comes from the world of movie release dates. Yes! Your question is the
Movie
first
release
Mission
dates!
Impossible film.
All right, yep, I know this
starring
one.
Tom Cruise came out in what year?
Not like an amazing movie, but it's a solid movie.
That's true. 5, 4,
He's back in a big way in the new
1996.
anyway.
2, 1. Pens down. Mark.
96?
That's correct. Ethan.
96.
Got it. Okay. Next question. All right. Ethan.
We were
is
alive
up by
then.
1.
2 for 2.
Next
So
question.
I
far.
was old then.
Dramas. Dramas is the next category. John Wayne, Henry Fonda, and Sean Connery star together in which war film?
Okay, I know this one actually.
Ooh.
It was on
Yeah, a long way
Netflix
from that first
for like
Jurassic
the
Park
longest
question.
time.
5, 4, 3,
It's The Longest
2,
Day is the name
1.
of the movie.
Mark Andreyko.
Guns of Navarone?
It's incorrect. Ethan?
The Longest Day.
That's correct.
Yes!
All right.
I never heard of that, so I don't feel bad about myself.
I don't think anyone's ever heard of Guns of Alvaron. Maybe Ethan can
Guns of
produce
Navarone.
All right, your next question comes from the world of animated movies. These are movies that
Erwin
are
playing really well. Me and him are
computer. Your
tied.
question is, Henry Selick directed what
Oh, yep, I got this.
stop-motion animated film?
Yeah, these two.
What? Forget
Repeat it. 5,
Nope.
4, 3,
It's Coraline.
2, 1. Ethan.
Coraline.
Correct. Mark.
Coraline.
Got it.
He got it.
4-2.
The Guns of Coralino.
4-2. Next question here. Fantasy sci-fi. Who plays Miracle Max?
Oh.
Princess Bride.
I love The Princess Bride.
See, but again, everybody's. I've seen that movie once because Bonnie Somerville forced me
5,
against my will.
4, 3,
I did enjoy
It's
it.
Billy Crystal.
2, 1.
He's mostly dead.
Who plays Miracle Max in The Princess Bride?
Oh, need a repeat. I love The Princess Bride, one of my all-time favorite movies.
4, 3, 2, 1. Mark Andreyko.
Wallace Shawn?
Incorrect.
What?
Billy Crystal.
Correct. 1 point.
Okay.
Whoa, Mark
Christian,
Andreyko.
It is inconceivable that already Ethan Erwin would be 3 points
points.
up on Mark Andreyko.
Yeah.
But he is as we move to our next category.
I'm going toe-to-toe
and
with
This is
him.
in the world of comedies. Bah-ha-ha-ha. What U.S. city are the ladies visiting for the majority of the hit film Girls Trip?
I have no idea. No idea. I
Caught
didn't
up on
see
that
Girls
movie.
Trip.
Enjoyed that movie.
Oh, it's a stare.
5,
Tiffany Haddish.
4,
A Star is Born.
3.
San Francisco. I have
1.
no
Ethan
idea.
Erwin.
New Orleans.
Correct. Mark.
New Orleans, more specifically, Essence Fest.
Well
right,
done.
that's
That's
right.
true. It is. It is. Okay. So it is
Erwin
6-3. 6-3.
Going for that
Doesn't work
perfect
that way.
round.
6-3. Next question here. Horror/thriller. 2008's Let the Right One In features which kind of classic horror creature?
You ever
Know
afraid of the
this
dark
one?
when you were a kid?
Huh?
Were you afraid of the dark?
Whoa, but accurate.
I can't hear with all the jokes.
Afraid of the dark? Did you ever think
5,
there was something in your closet under
4.
the bed?
No. 3.
There's
Vampire.
something in my closet, not anymore.
Pens down.
I'll be opening for Mark Ellis at San Diego Comic-Con.
And Billy Crystal, what do you got? Mark Andreyko.
Vampire.
Correct. Ethan.
Vampire.
You got it. All right, so 7 of 4. Ethan
Vampires?
Erwin, though, if he gets this right, he has scored a perfect round.
Whoa.
Last
That's
question
right.
here.
Ethan may be winning, but Mark Andreyko cracking the jokes the parents are explaining to the little ones. Your last question.
It's 2018, guys. You know what's up.
It is a Patreon question. The following question comes to you from our buddy and Patreon supporter, Jake Hammer. Thank you, Jake Hammer. You know why they call him the Hammer? Because he's tough as nails.
Yeah, he has a lot of
Jake
questions.
for supporting the show and for making that Ninja Turtles rap. In the category of Jake's choosing coming of age, his question is, Michael Caine and Robert Duvall play eccentric uncles to a boy named Walter in
I know this one, actually. My dad.
Have this
This is one of his favorite movies.
Uncle, do you consider
This is
him more
terrible
Michael
handwriting,
Caine
but
or more
5.
Robert Duvall?
I don't know. 4, 3,
Our interplay has never been
2,
better.
sorry, 1. Pens down, Ethan.
Phew.
Secondhand Lions.
Correct.
Secondhand
And
Lions.
Lions.
Got it. Ethan Erwin has scored a perfect round.
Secondhand Lions.
So with that, there's going to be a bonus question for only Ethan here. Ethan, you don't need
7
to write
points.
it down. You just need to answer.
Ethan got a
this
perfect
question.
round.
Bonus
Can he get all
question,
9?
Ethan. Who directed 3 billboards outside Ebbing? Sorry.
Oh, this is easy. Martin McDonough.
1 point. Ethan Erwin
hasn't
goes
missed
up,
yet.
has not missed, and now round number 2 comes in. It's the wheel round. Mark
I
Andreyko
think I
has
predicted
found
it.
5
Erwin's
points.
going to make it.
Ethan hits the 9-5, and here we go with round number 2. Round number 2, Mark, how does it work?
In round number 2, it is also known as the wheel round, the wheel of fate, destiny, perhaps justice. Each competitor is going to get a spin at that there wheel. Whatever category you spin contains 4 questions from that world of movie trivia. Each question is worth 2 points. There's no penalty for missing a question, but there is stealing available in round 2. If you're not sure of the answer, you can ask us to provide you with multiple choice. We'll tell you 4 possible answers, one of which is correct. If you get that one, it is worth just 1 point. Because Ethan Erwin is in a commanding lead and throwing a perfect game so far, he gets to choose. Is he going to spin the wheel first or defer to the android?
I'm going to go first and get this over.
All right, so
All right.
Ethan is going to hit the wheel
Taking
here.
the keys to his own ride. Keeping the valet jokes going. Christian and I at the
I
desk.
promise not to pull a Snyder.
All right. Christian, I will note there are 2 wheel slices that are sponsored by 2 of our Schmodown patrons right now. They're
Erwin's
Tim
having a
Burton
great game.
and action adventure movies. Tim Burton and action adventure movies.
Uh-oh.
We passed Tim Burton, but we could be
Oh,
an
my-
action adventure Christian.
Oh.
And action adventure.
That's a
Let's go
strength
with
of
action
his, I
adventure.
believe.
All right, Alex, you got it.
Action adventure. And that is supported by our buddy Lance Door. Knock, knock. Who's at the door? It's Lance, but he puts an E on the end of that door. Thank you for supporting the show, Lance Door. Big fan of yours as well.
All right, here we go. Ethan, action adventure, 4 questions in action adventure. Who played Lara Croft's father, Lord Richard Croft, in the first
John
Tomb Raider
Voight.
film with Angelina Jolie?
John Voight.
2 points. Next one. Who plays the bumbling cop who used to work for Alan's father in the 1995 Jumanji?
No idea.
5, 4,
Eugene Levy.
incorrect for the steal.
Big steal here, Christian, if you can pull it off.
Bumbling cop.
5, 4.
Steve Martin.
Looking for David Allen Greer. David Allen Greer.
Great on him.
You know what? Even multiple choice, I would not have gotten that.
David
Yeah, I
Allen.
would not have
Greer.
either.
Yeah, I know. I'm
He had a TV show called DAG. It was a wonderful
Oh,
program.
Dag, yes.
Question number 3. Who plays the CIA operative Dylan in 1987?
Carl Weathers.
2 points.
Ethan is back after that rare misstep.
In what Stallone film does the main villain continuously call Stallone's character Pig as he taunts him in the final scene?
Cobra.
2 points. So there
I have
you go.
no idea.
Erwin only missing 1 there.
Not a big
15 to 5 as Mark
Stallone,
Andreyko is up
Schwarzenegger.
now
That's one of
on
my
the wheel.
weaknesses.
Crime is a disease. Movie trivia is knowledge. And meet the cure, Ethan Erwin, ladies and gentlemen. And here goes Andreyko. And
Andreyko needs a big round.
what an opportunity
Not
he
even on the
had with David Allen Greer. Just couldn't get it. They want Jodie Foster, and they might.
Jodie Foster. Jodie.
John Carpenter.
All right, here we go. And now Andreyko steps up to give his best. The crowd sees Jodie Foster.
Jodie
Christian,
Foster.
number 1.
Jodie
Silence of the Lambs
Foster.
Star.
It's
And we're going to see what we land on here. And
Jodie Foster.
Could it be musical?
Tim Burton.
Tim Burton. So close to Jodie Foster.
Tim Burton movies.
Got it.
Tim Burton movies, and that's very interesting. You know why, Christian? Because that's the other. This is the first time in the history of the Schmodown, I believe, that both Patreon slices were used in the match, and this one belongs to Jeremy Hastings.
Great reactor. He's a good reactor.
Hastily joined the movie trivia Schmodown Patreon, as should you. Thank you, Jeremy Hastings. We appreciate your support.
All right, here we go. 4 questions in the realm of Tim Burton films. Mark.
All right, Mr. Andreyko, your first question, the world of Tim Burton's imagination. In Big Fish, what actor plays the elderly version of Ewan McGregor's
Albert Finney.
Albert Finney.
2 points.
Yeah.
He does. Your next question. In Beetlejuice, the Maitlands discover a book named the
Handbook for the Recently
Deceased. 2
Deceased.
points. Andreyko hitting the categories pretty good out here. Coming back.
We would not have accepted recently diseased. Your question is, what kind of salad does Joyce feed Edward in Edward Scissorhands?
Fruit salad. It's a fruit salad, I
Multiple
think.
choice.
Is it A, Waldorf salad, B, a Cobb salad, C, an Ambrosia salad,
I think it's
or
a
D,
Waldorf
Caesar
salad.
salad?
Actually, I think it's an Ambrosia salad.
Ambrosia.
1 point.
1 point.
Literally clawing his way back into this match.
This is big here.
2 more points up for grabs. If Andreyko can get it, he'll be trailing by just 3 entering into round number 3. Your last question is, what is the name of the judge that Alan Rickman
Turpin.
plays?
Yep.
I did not finish
That's
the
right.
question. That's very rude, but it is also correct.
3 points. Mark Andreyko clawing all the way back with a big deficit.
Man.
Down by 10 and only down by 3 now. Round number 3.
He did it with Carl Weathers. I'm allowed to do it with a musical.
Exactly correct.
So now we have a match here as we get to 3-point deficit only. As we get into round number 3, Mark, how's it work?
In round number 3, each competitor is going to give us here up at the answer desk a series of numbers that range from 1 to 20. Going to give us 3 numbers in total. Each number corresponds to a different movie trivia category that we have our eyes on. We're going to ask you 3 of those questions. Your first question is worth 2 points. Your next question is worth 3 points. And your last question is worth a big, meaty 5 points. That could be the determining question in this match because Ethan Erwin still has a 3-point lead over Mark Andreyko. You're going to be giving us your numbers from 1 to 20 first. What would the producer like?
1, 7, and 17.
1, 7, and 17.
All odds, interesting decision.
Mark Andreyko.
2, 3, and 5.
2, 3, and 5. All right. So we're going to
All
start.
right,
Mark
his 2-pointer is going to be
Andreyko
2,
with
his 3 is
his
3, and his 5 is 5.
2-pointer to get within 1. Mark Andreyko, you chose category number 2. That's Sandra Bullock.
Oh, I love her.
What country is Sandra Bullock from in The Proposal?
Canada. I don't know.
Canada?
Correct. 2 points.
That was not a fakie. That was a full-blown.
All right, so now to take his first lead here.
Our greatest enemy right now.
First,
By the time this airs, who knows?
all right, first lead here, and now you have the category. Mark
Yeah.
chose 3.
Cameron
You
Haas.
chose 3.
I'm watching you.
All right, Mark.
Just kidding.
What is the one-word?
You don't know
the
that's
category?
Oh,
my
Category is-
teammate on
category is new
Jack of All
releases.
Trivia.
New
He's
releases.
Canadian.
What is the one-word term for the consciousness of the mind in Ghost in the Shell?
Anus face.
That's a new
I have
release?
no idea.
Within the last 2 years, yes.
Oh, okay. That's what it covers. 2 years.
Yeah.
Okay.
5, 4.
Repeat the question.
What is the one-word term for the consciousness of the mind in Ghost?
Maybe
in the Shell?
Ghost.
Ghost.
Correct. For 3 points. That is correct. Hits it, and the crowd loses their minds. What a match now. Now, Ethan Erwin now.
Sometimes I just tell you.
Ethan Erwin to tie the game.
Mark Andreyko has literally, I believe this in my heart and soul, guessed his way into a lead here in round number 3.
Hey, it worked for our president, so hey.
Ooh.
And
here we go.
Hey, Christian, now I'm going to ask Ethan his question. As soon as I'm done leaving, a nasty comment about Mark Andreyko making it all political. Ethan,
Don't go on his Facebook page.
you chose the number 1 because that's what you believe you are. You are indeed the favorite. That corresponds to your 2-point question in the world of family films.
Great. Let's do it.
Yeah.
In family films, your question is, in the Paddington films, what is Paddington's favorite
Marmalade. Marmalade.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Repeat it.
You said repeat.
Too late?
Too late.
Fine.
Too
Honey.
late. The answer was
Marmalade or marmalade sandwiches? He's a bear that loves marmalade, and it's GD adorable.
So, and Ethan needs to take the lead here. If he hits his 3, he needs to take the lead.
All right, now, Ethan, you did choose for your 3-point question number 7. And the number of Joe Theismann corresponds up here to Angelina Jolie.
Great.
About her movies, not her personal life. And your question is, name the critically panned yet Golden Globe nominated film starring Angelina Jolie.
The Tourist.
Johnny Depp traveling by train to Venice.
The Tourist.
The Tourist.
3 points, and he's back in the lead, Christian, where he feels most comfortable.
All right. And so now we go to Mark Andreyko, who needs to hit the 5-pointer. Mark needs to hit the 5-pointer. If he hits it, it bounces back to Ethan. If he misses it, Ethan will go on to play Bibiani for the vacant singles championship. All right, here we go. Mark, you chose Thriller. You chose Thriller.
The song?
The category. All right. The murder of a powerful gang leader in New York City that goes by Cyrus serves as the inciting incident of which 70s action thriller?
Warriors?
5, 4, 3.
Repeat the question.
The murder of a powerful gang leader in New York City that goes by Cyrus serves...
Oh, The Warriors.
Correct. So now Ethan Erwin has to hit the 5-pointer. If he
This
hits
is a
it,
great match.
he wins. If he...
The crowd, Christian having to quiet the crowd as though they were children in the backseat acting up.
If Ethan hits it, he wins. If he misses, Mark Andreyko will get his rematch with Bibiani.
Whew.
All right, here we go.
Just nervous reading this question, Christian, because the question...
It's super easy.
Your question comes from the world of Disney movies.
Oh, I was hoping you'd do the films of Ethan Erwin, but that's fine.
If
Let's
you
go. I'm
produce
ready.
Direct to video doesn't count.
What? You wrote that. Anyway.
Ethan, your question.
Okay.
For 5 points, the win, and the right to play William Bibiani for the belt. Name all 3 darling children from Disney.
Oh, that's
Peter
tough.
Pan.
Wendy? Michael?
5, 4.
Repeat the question.
And Toodles?
Name the 3 darling children from Disney's Peter Pan.
I don't think Toodles is right.
One, bro. You might.
5.
That's a tough 5-pointer.
4.
I love Disney, but that's tough.
3.
Wendy?
2.
Michael?
Repeat again.
Name the 3 darling children from Disney's Peter Pan.
5.
Richard and Steven.
And your Andreyko pulls out the upset.
What was the answer?
Coming back from a 3-round deficit, and Mark Andreyko gets the rematch against Bibiani for the championship.
Wendy, Michael, and John were the answers. And Christian, if you
John!
have thoughts in Peter Pan, you can fly. Mark Andreyko thought enough.
I knew it was
Thoughts
Wendy and
again.
Michael. I
So,
did not know
with Bibiani,
John.
Ethan Erwin, noble in defeat. He missed a couple crucial questions in round of 3 when he had such a great match going up until that point.
So how about that? Bibiani versus Andreyko 2.
Barn burner.
That was one of the best first matches we ever had with Andreyko and Bibiani, and now we get the rematch. But you talk about good matches. Ethan Erwin looked like he was taking this away. He had a 10-point lead after that second round. Andreyko hits Tim Burton, catches up, goes within 3. Ethan has a tough third round, only hitting 1 out of his 3 questions. Mark Andreyko having a phenomenal second and third round, and Mark Andreyko is going up against Bibiani for the title.
Just something about that confident stroll he had there. He understated going up to the wheel in the second round. He spun Tim Burton. He probably should write Jeremy Hastings a letter of thank you, our Patreon supporter, because he wanted that slice on the wheel, and Draco certainly wanted that slice. Got him back in the match when we thought that missed steal from David Allen Greer might cost him the entire thing. He comes back to pitch my basketball number 22 in a victorious effort.
All right, so now let's talk to Jen Sturger, who was with Ethan Erwin, and the winner, the android, Mark Andreyko.
What's up, Movie Trivia Schmoedown fans? Jen Sturger here with Mark Andreyko. Mark, you look absolutely stunned right now.
I was telling Rachel and Emma, I think this is my version of Jacob's Ladder. I'm actually dying. And this is the last thing I'm thinking before I pass on, because I honestly thought Ethan is such a good player and has such a wide depth of knowledge and is so unflappable. If that was a different category than Disney in the last question, it would be him here.
Let's be honest, though. You came in here today and you were just so down on yourself, and you said it in the beginning. Let's get this over with.
Well, I think I said what everybody was thinking. I mean, no, that's not being falsely humble. I mean, on paper, Ethan is a really damn good champion. That was, once again, it's why this game is so much fun. The wheel and the random questions in that final round, they can change the dynamic substantially.
You were down 10 points when you were.
Really?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Thank God you can't see the screen.
That was crazy. That was a great comeback from Andreyko.
So you were down 10 points going into the second round.
I'm gonna brag. 10 points. Fuck Ethan Erwin. That was easy. I'm kidding.
But then you spun Tim Burton, and you were just on fire, electric the rest of the round. And then you got to round 3, and I feel like you sort of used the Stacey Howard method.
Which is what?
Just guessing your ass off.
No, I thought about it. That's where I'm glad we have the repeat the question, because that helped me. That helped me both times. It didn't help me with Wallace Shawn, because I haven't seen Princess Bride in 30 years. But with the first question, or with Ghost in the Shell, I was like, I don't know any of that. And I thought, oh, the title's Ghost in the Shell, shell must refer. So maybe it's obviously what it is, and it was. So that scientific method works. Listen to your teachers, grade school kids.
And Emma, you are absolutely beaming over there. Tell me, what does this win mean to the Fife Club?
It means that the Fife Club, the third member of the Fife Club, is now going to have a shot at the championship. I mean, and again, I said it before the match, third time is the charm, and I really think that Mark Andreyko is destined to come out on top this time. Look, he was nervous going into the match today, with good reason. Ethan Erwin is an incredible competitor, but there was one glimmer of hope for me, which was the fact that this now means that Andreyko is going to get to have that rematch with William Bibiani, and he has wanted that for a long time. And
there's Bibbs.
Of William Bibiani.
Oh, may I please?
Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, you're not the only one who's wanted that rematch. You and me, we had something magical. We had the best damn match in the history of the Schmoedown, and I want another one, and I want that championship.
Okay, I'm not jibber jabber. It wasn't the best match because I lost. It will be the best match when I win.
It was the best match for me. It was the best match for me.
And I don't care.
Oh. That's very unfortunate because I want this. This would be nice for me.
Look, you can do all your theatrics and your shtick here, and I'm waiting for you to start juggling flaming torches.
Ooh, I should have brought flaming torches.
But when it comes down to knowledge, I really go to the third round, as I proved here. What's your third round record again?
Well, I usually don't have to get there anymore. Because I'm so good. Because you, not so good. You have bad. And everything bad.
What's my record?
I don't actually know or care. Because your record against me is really not good.
6 and 2?
Your record against me...
6 and 2?
Yeah. I want the championship! Oh, here you go.
It's actually 5 and 2. Pretty sure.
So much screaming.
This guy's gonna have an aneurysm. I hope he makes it till I beat him.
Oh, my aneurysm!
Ethan, that match is absolutely nothing to hang your head about. I mean, you hung in there till the very end, but I know that's got to feel disappointing to you.
Yeah, I think I was as surprised as anybody. It was, look, that was a tough one, and look, you get the questions you get. and you only know what you know. But look, Andreyko did a good job. I was very pleasantly surprised by some of the stuff that he knew. And it didn't go the way I wanted. It didn't go the way I thought it was going to go for sure. But, hey, that happens. And also, I just talked to the people who are going to actually buy Collider, and they're going to tear down this entire building anyway, so it's fine. So, I'm sure you'll land on your feet. I'm sure you'll be fine.
So round 1 and round 2 absolutely destroyed, and then you got to round 3, and obviously that's kind of where the wheels fell off.
Yeah, I know. I got to say, family films are apparently not what I know. So, yeah, I know it was tough. And they were the questions I got were for films that I have not seen. So, I don't know. So, obviously, we've heard the big announcement. You will be teaming up with The Machine in Anarchy, and your manager will be
that's a good team.
Jay Washington. This is pretty exciting news for you, right?
What? Jay Washington? This is brand new news to me. I guess it's just something I'm going to have to get. Oh.
Pleasure to meet you.
Oh, hi. Hey, well, you seem like a swell guy. I'm excited.
Listen. You should be honored to be with me and Janine. You should be just so ecstatic. You get to be with the potential Rookie of the Year. I mean, you had a chance, but you lost. But listen, we get to make you so much better around here, especially when we help you to win this whole tournament. We're all doing each other a favor. You gonna love it. I might even get you a Viper Squad shirt or a tattoo. You dig? Have a good one.
Who was that? Yeah, I guess I'll go with the shirt if that's the choice. But yeah, no, look, I'm excited. I'm super excited about pairing up with Janine. I actually feel like we really complement each other in terms of our knowledge. So I'm looking forward to it. It's gonna be great.
Please don't get a Viper Squad tramp stamp.
We'll see.
Well, no.
That was a really good match. I like that match a lot. That was a great match. It's going to be Andreyko versus Bibiani too. That's going to be great. I'm excited for that as far as who's going to win that. I think Bibiani, but Andreyko could surprise us again. I don't know. He's on a hot streak. All right. Don't forget to like and subscribe. See ya.